This week's episode is brought to you by City Distilling. Distilled from 100% corn and gluten-free, City Street Vodka is the perfect complement to your favorite martini or cocktail. You belong to the city. For more information, visit citydistilling.com or stop by City Distilling at 7600 State Road in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am so curious as to whether or not, no, not whether or not, because I know that we are, how many people that we're both talking to that are the same people on the fucking dating apps.
I don't think a lot. Well, no, so there might be a lot of the same because initially you can't tell top or bottom.
Okay.
And you're not as versed as I am. I don't think you would talk to like a strictly top guy, would you?
I would. I totally would. So for me, it's all about the connection. Like sex is the secondary thing. It is not the main topic. I don't care about it right away. I don't have it on my profile. If somebody is top or bottom on the profile, it doesn't change the fact. I look at the pictures first. I look at the profile second. I actually read the profile. I know you don't.
Yes, I do.
And then I make that decision. But I'm not worried about what their sexual position is. However, I did just, I connected with this one guy who actually lives in Bristol, funny enough. I connected with this one guy, and we were chatting for a second, and he was like, so he asked me a question, and I forget how he worded it. And he was like, what role are you looking for in your partner in crime?
What role are you looking for in your partner in crime?
Yes, and then in parentheses, he was like, the dreaded question or something like that. I was like, so are you asking me if I'm a top or bottom?
Yeah.
And he's like, yes. And I was like, I've prominently been a top in all of my relationships, but I consider myself and want to be a lot more versed than I actually am. And he's like, I'm a strict top. And I was like, as somebody who has prominently only been a top in my relationships, and as somebody who is a strict top, I don't know if that's going to work out. Like, if you're not willing to bend at all, and I was like, and then I joked, and I was like, you got to have some bomb-ass dick in order for me to be the bottom all the time. And he was like, well, I'm demisexual. And I was like, well, I also am. So, I'm not saying, let's just fucking fuck. But, it does make a difference. So, we stopped talking. But.
Shocker. But no, I'm sure there are a lot of the same, because we have similar taste interests once in a while. Like, when we were together, we'd be like, ooh, 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 together a lot.
Yeah.
But it's funny, because, I'll scroll and I'm like, oh, this guy, I don't want... Andrew would probably be into him now. So I can send so many profiles your way, but I guarantee there's a handful.
Oh, yeah. I think that, and not any offense to anybody or anything, I think I'm a little bit more diverse in what I look for in a guy. I think, for you, you're a little bit more this is the type, this is exactly the type.
It's changed.
Oh, it's changed.
It has changed.
Okay.
It really has.
As long as they have a beard, you're good.
Yeah, beard.
Okay.
I like tattoos.
Okay. Got it.
The beard is the main part. Dark feature, I don't like light features either.
Okay.
But I've been open to it. I've been entertaining it.
I'm actually talking to this one guy who he's black, but he's got blue eyes.
Ooh.
And it's I would say that I'm probably more attracted to dark features than not. But there are a lot of features that I can get down with. Like blonde and blue hair is fine.
See, I don't like that.
Blonde and blue eyes is fine.
I knew where you were going. I don't like that at all.
But
no.
I mean, I like usually a darker complexion on a man. I like somebody who's black or brown. Doesn't have to be. But I love a Hispanic. I do.
Oh, we know. Even the viewers know already, or listeners. We've mentioned it multiple times.
It's funny how many Peruvian men. I didn't even realize that there was that big of a Peruvian community, around, at least. I mean, at least in, not whatever, however many miles my radius is, but I didn't.
How many is it?
How many what?
What's your radius?
I just expanded the radius. I've kind of gone back and forth. Initially it was just whatever it did. So like I was getting people from like New York, and
Yeah, I was like,
Delaware,
what?
and so then I changed it to like a 20-mile radius, and then I put like this is like a non-negotiable kind of thing.
This is a strong preference.
Whatever it's called, yeah. And then it was getting like closer. But my thing is just I lease, so I don't want to drive.
I was just gonna say that.
I can't drive too far for somebody.
So put your
like-
radius on 10. Stop wasting people's time.
I mean, listen, if they're gonna come to me, like I don't care how far you are. But I mean, I'm okay if you're across
But
the
are you
country if
setting
I'm
that-
flying.
Are you setting that expectation now?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Okay. As long as you're being honest with people. It's
But-
so stupid. So, you won't drive to people just because you have a lease. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What if this person is so incredible?
I'm not gonna not talk to them or not meet them. And if
But they'll come to you.
no, I'll meet them halfway. I mean, it depends on how far. It depends on what it is. Like I mean, I don't drive that much in general, like to and from work and stuff like that. So like I have a little bit of leeway. But like I'm not gonna like
Leslie, I hope you're listening.
well, I'm not fucking driving to her.
So rude. But you'll drive hours for dick.
Absolutely not.
Ass.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not.
Then what? You just said.
Okay, so first off, we're talking about like 50 to 70 miles, which is not hours. Okay.
Could be depending how slow you drive.
Well, I don't drive slow. And I'm saying like most of the time I would probably meet halfway or
Very nice
something.
of you. Did you ask for that?
ask for what?
Did you ask them to meet you halfway?
I haven't met anybody that lives that far yet. So relax. Like in person, I haven't met anybody that lives that far yet.
Got it.
I've talked to a couple people, but it's not gotten to that point where I'm meeting
Have you ever?
them.
Well, you haven't, but I've driven places and I'm like, why am I here? Ugh. So I don't blame you. I should pretend I have a lease and just have that same mentality. Not that I'm like doing it ever or often, but it's just like, I literally, this sounds so bratty. I'm on the dating profiles for people to tell me how pretty I am. I'm not even kidding. Regularly, I hear how pretty I am, handsome, stud, whatever the fucking dumb word they want to use. And what I don't ever recognize is they're like, you have beautiful eyes. I'm like, they're fucking eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's nothing special about my eyes. Maybe it's the filters on my photos that make my eyes look pretty, but that is the two most common things I hear all the time. Is I have beautiful eyes and how pretty I am. And then I just swipe right off the profile. That literally is just to boost my ego.
All right. You do you.
That's how I deal with feeling wanted instead of unwanted.
So it's all about that self-reassurance.
Yeah.
Got it.
I give it to myself, but it's nice to hear from other people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like, I don't need it at all. I really don't. Honestly, I truly don't. Like, I could care less one way or another. But when I get it, it feels good. Like, for sure.
I'm like Zendaya. Did you see that clip of Zendaya where she's like, I might feel pretty, but I just want to be told that I'm pretty all the time. And then it pans to Tom telling her how pretty she is in all these interviews and all that. Is that so much to ask for? That's literally all I want. I want to be Zendaya.
Yeah, no. I haven't seen that, but I guess that makes sense.
I'll share it.
One of the best compliments that I've received a few times. But one of the best compliments that I've received a few times is like, can you send me a picture with you holding a spoon or something like that? Like they think that I'm a catfish. And I'm like, I am not that attractive enough to be using somebody else. Like somebody's not using my photos as a catfish. You know what I mean?
Maybe. I've had my pictures used as catfish and I'm not that pretty.
Really?
Yes.
But that's like such like if somebody used me as a catfish, like that would be the ultimate like thing. Like I would love that. Like that would
And
be such a
somebody might.
boost of confidence.
Somebody might be doing it right now.
Great, now you're gonna do it.
I thought you meant it in a way like hold the spoon next to your dick because your dick is just so big. And I was like, I don't know, is that really a good ratio, the spoon? That's where I thought you were going, and I was like, oh, okay. No, I used to tell them that's how you vet them on Grindr and stuff. You have to say certain things like that because people are shady.
Yeah.
It's not that you're so handsome. I'm not diminishing your looks. It's not that you're just so handsome that they need to see proof that you're willing to do what they say.
This is all that I just wanted to not put something else in my mind. I want it that I'm that handsome that they think that somebody's using my photos.
Yeah, that is exactly what they're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, have you ever catfished someone?
No, I have not.
I used to do it all the time as a child.
Really? So there was this straight guy that I was friends with, as like we were like teenagers, and he used to catfish gay men, and he would send them to the lesbian's house across the street.
It sounds similar to what I used to do, but go ahead.
So he would I don't fucking know.
So these little gay guys would be like, hello, on a lesbian's door?
They weren't little gay guys because they were driving, so they were men.
I just assumed you were younger.
We were. We were like 14, 15 years old. But
what's your name's brother?
It's not anybody that you know.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm not surprised.
I'm like, it is somebody's brother, like, that I also went, like, so I was confused there for a second, but you definitely don't know who they are.
No? Okay.
You definitely
So just so you guys know, I wrote it down on paper, so if you want to see what we're writing down on paper, you can subscribe to our Patreon.
What?
We should do a Patreon. We could do behind the scenes stuff that they say, and then we take pictures and videos of what we're doing.
Got it.
That's what I hear. I don't know.
Okay.
This is all new to us.
But you've catfished.
Yes. Multiple, so I used to go on, I made this whole, AOL website up, or, screen name up for AIM. This is how old I was. And me and my best friend Chrissy I think she was involved. I could be lying. I don't remember. Maybe I wanted her there. But my name was Angela, and I had this, fully clothed to, fully naked, line of photos of this, woman. I don't know where they came from, but men are stupid. And they weren't doing research back then because catfish wasn't a thing. I was just ahead of the times, I guess. So I had this whole lineup of all these different photos and poses, and she was naked, clothed, whatever. And I would just send them photos and get photos at the back. And then I would make them come to my neighbor's house and knock on the door. I would make them leave presents at my neighbor's door. I made them do this. This is how pathetic straight men are. I would make them do so many different stupid things. One time I was like, leave your underwear in a bag and hang it from the lamppost. And he did it. Men would just do the stupidest things for a pretty girl. And I was just like, what can I do now? So I think that's how I am as a gay guy now. I just make gay men do stupid things to proclaim their love to me. But I used to be such a savage. So the reason I stopped catfishing was because the one time, it was my friend Donna. That's who did it with me, my friend Donna. Because now I remember her sister. So we catfished this guy, and he sat out front of the car, and he honked. And he honked. And now me and my friend were in my parents' room looking out the front window, watching this guy not leave. And he was honking. And me and Donna were like, oh my God, what are we going to do? He's not leaving. So we see her sister walking down the street. So Donna calls her, and she's like, can you go talk to this guy and tell him Angela can't come out? Her mom won't let her out the house. So he's still honking, and now her sister walks down the street and goes over, and he's like, blah, 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 says whatever we told her. And you see him peel off, and he comes back and he honks his horn all the way down the street. Until that day, I will never catfish a human. I was terrified. I don't know how old I was. I just remember saying we're going to jail. We're going to get arrested. We're going to die. This man just kept laying on his horn over and over and over.
So why was he there, though?
I don't remember. I don't remember what I said to him. I don't know if he was leaving his underwear on the light switch. I don't know what the fuck I told this man. I was a piece of shit. I don't remember. But I'm just reiterating that straight men are pathetic.
Got it.
They're also simple. Straight men are also simple humans.
I think men in general are.
You're
simple.
not wrong. We're a simple species. But straight men are even more simple. If women would just suck their husband's dick, they would be happy. We are so far off topic, but I just want women to know, just suck their fucking dick. That's literally all they want, Andrew. I promise you.
Okay.
Do you not just want your dick sucked all the time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You're straighter than I am, so I can't answer that. That's all men want. Women don't understand. They're like, I don't suck a dick. Well, that's why you're in a loveless relationship and he's probably cheating on you.
Is that why my last relationship cheated on me? Because I didn't suck enough dick?
No, he's just trash.
God. So back to the topic of the catfish and whatever. So I don't get, like, I get from like your standpoint where you were like, drop off a present or whatever, but like, what was the purpose of just getting the guy to come and just knock on the door? Like, what was the purpose of just getting the guy to just like come? Like, what was the
I was
point
a child. I don't even.
Well, I'm not
I
even
didn't-
saying you. Like, I'm also saying like the friend that I used to have. Like, all he would have is them drive up, knock on the lesbian's door, and then leave.
And
Like,
he would sit across the way, like laughing.
right.
Maybe it was like a power thing. Like we're like, ha ha ha. Like maybe we felt like the Wizard of Oz. Like we were behind the curtain, like orchestrating all these. I have no idea. I could till this day could not tell you why I did it.
Like, it's one thing to like exchange...
I lied. I did it because I wanted to see a lot of penises.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
And they all showed me their penises.
It would be one thing for like you just to exchange photos and like get photos from them. Like, okay, cool. But like to actually get them to like show up, like.
So
what's
was
the
your
purpose?
straight guy getting gay dick photos?
Yes.
Is he now gay?
No.
Is he bisexual?
No.
Is he in the closet?
Maybe. He's
He's
married.
a faggot for
He's
sure.
married with children, but he did hook up with a couple guys when we were in high school.
Oh, girl, tell his wife he's a homo. Oh.
She knows. Well,
She knows she's a homo? Well, then,
she knows. So all that happened was he got like jerked off or got his dick sucked by gay men, and she knows that occurred when it occurred. Well,
while they were together?
no, this was before they were together. This was when we were in high school. This was before all of that, like whatever. So
I guarantee you I sucked his dick. He's still doing it. I guarantee you I sucked his dick.
you
Show
drove
me-
all the way to Denver? You
show
drove
me-
all the way to Denver?
Yes, I would drive all over the world to suck a dick. Show me his photo.
Anyway.
Andrew, I'm not even kidding.
I'll have to get back to you on that one. I'll have to find a photo. I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he still is. I mean, there's so many fucking straight men out there that are like, so I put this on Facebook. This was like 10 years ago. I put on Facebook, like, ladies, check your
I feel like
husband's
I remember what you're about to say. Go ahead.
I'm like, check your husband's phone, email, whatever. They're definitely out there, like, on Craigslist looking for men, like, whatever.
Missed connection.
No, not misconnections.
That's Craigslist too, right?
Well, yes. that's
Male
all-
for male misconnection.
No, two different things. But anyway, and this girl reached out to me and was like, thank you.
I remember this. I remember this.
She's like, thank you so much. Like, I found out, like, my husband with 2 kids, like, they were together with 2 kids. My husband was on Craigslist and was meeting up with these, or talking to these guys. I think that she said that, like, they had never actually met up or whatever. But I don't know. Like, that's crazy to me. Like,
It's not crazy to me because I'm the piece of shit that's sucking their dicks. I'm that asshole that's like, I know you're married. If they tell me,
right.
well, sorry, your husband's so hot. Like, sorry,
hold
not
on.
sorry.
Hold on a second. Let's go back to a couple episodes ago. You don't care if they're hot as long as they're straight.
But when they're hot, I'm more likely to suck their dick.
Got it.
But no, like,
But if they're not hot, you're not saying you won't suck their dick.
yeah, I'm not saying that at all. A dick's a dick. Unless it's a micro penis.
Oh my god.
No, I'll even do that. But no, it's just, it is disgusting, and it's a shame that like men are out there doing that to their wives, and rather than being honest and say, I feel this kind of way, I want to try this, that they're just doing it behind their back.
So
I can't control that. All I can control is how good I'm going to make them feel, and they're going to potentially leave their wife.
So I know that this is going to be a topic on another episode, but I have a question here about this.
Should I answer it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you should definitely answer it now.
I'm versatile.
No. So if there's so many people out there that are doing this, whether it be straight men that are just getting head from gay guys, whether it's people in relationships, people not in relationships, like whatever the case may be, are we as a species, as a human species, are we non-monogamous? Now I know that your stance on monogamy, like when you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship. Totally me too. Like that's what I want. But I feel like that is like almost a dying concept. I feel like polyamory, polygamy, like open relationships, all of that is becoming so much more common. But like us as a human species, should we not be monogamous?
We're cavemen.
What do you mean?
We're cavemen monogamous. Do we know?
I have no idea.
Are gorillas, like that's where we, like, I'm saying, like, where we started, were they? What is there's only one animal, what, penguins, I think?
That are like life.
Or are we, you and I, just behind as gay men / humans that we want polygamy? Or no, monogamy, sorry. Are we behind the ball? Like, are we just outdated species that we want just to be loyal to one person?
I honestly, I don't know. Like, I am definitely the type of person that I challenge my mindset on a day. Like, anything that I think, I challenge that thought process because I want to see it from a different aspect.
That's exhausting.
I always play devil's advocate with everybody in my life, including myself. So, like, I don't know. Like, I struggle with this concept because I think, I honestly, like, I am a monogamous person that doesn't believe in monogamy.
So, are you open to something else?
I don't know. I honestly, like, I can't answer that question. I think that, again, we've probably talked about it 15 times in the 3 episodes that we've recorded, it's all about trust and communication. It's all about trust and communication in your relationship. Do you trust that person? Are you communicating your wants and needs to that person? Like, are you able to open that relationship in a way that works for both of you? I don't know. I am not against it. It's not something I desire. It's not something that I'm looking for, but I'm not against it if the circumstances right.
Yeah.
But I've tried it, and the circumstances has never been right.
You tried polygamy?
Well, I've tried like threesomes and like opening a relationship and like fucking around with other people. Like, we've done that. So I've been in these circumstances before, and it's never worked out well.
So would you say that's what you learned and that's why you're more against it?
I don't know. But
I'm still open to it.
I think
I would never do a threesome again.
What?
Does that make sense? No.
No, it doesn't at all. What are you open to? So
ruining relationships.
You're opening to be the third person.
Yeah. So does that still make it? It's still the same thing then, I guess, right? I would never do it in my relationship, but I would join, is what I'm saying. That's still polyamory, right? Or no? Am I just a relationship ruiner?
So, again, we'll get into an actual whole episode regarding this. But polyamory is when it's multiple relationships.
Got it.
Polygamy is just multiple sex partners. So there's the difference between the two. One is feelings and love involved. So you can have multiple relationships with multiple people. And one is just like threesomes.
I'd rather do that one.
Orgies.
I wouldn't do that one. The sex one. What's that one?
Polygamy.
I want to be a polygamist.
Okay.
But not if I'm in a relationship. I don't know what I want. I just want to enjoy myself. This literally is all I want to do. I want to enjoy myself. That's why I haven't had sex, because I do enjoy myself.
Okay. So back to the question. Do you think that humans are non-monogamous? Like, do you think that that is like what we should be?
Like I said, maybe we are not meant to be, and you and I are just rare parts of the species. I'm sure there's others, but we can only talk about ourselves.
So I think that I'm always the type of person that like is always like fight society kind of thing. Like, is it just a societal norm? Like, is it just we've been so used to monogamy? Like, people get married, people have kids. Like, it's like this white picket fence theory of like everything has to happen in a certain way, everything has to happen the right way, whatever. That's it's been so drilled in our mind. It's like fight the patriarchy. Like is
Just gonna say that.
are we just doing what we think is right and what we've been told our whole life?
No, that's why gays are about to take over the world, because we're standing up and we're doing things differently, and we're being heard. So no, we're not.
So you think that is the right thing to do?
It might be. Maybe we're not there yet. Maybe you and I in our next relationship are gonna be like, this is what we want. Who knows?
Oh.
I'm only going to be able to tell you what I want, what I'm going to do. And I don't know what I want right now.
Right. And I don't disagree.
I can't speak for anybody else. I will, but I have the right to. I don't know. I just don't understand it enough or know that I am emotionally capable of dealing with multiple people at a time.
Right.
Because like when there was a threesome involved, like that was strictly sex. It's different. Polyamory is the relationship one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I am cut out for that.
I don't know. Like, I think that I could be part of a throuple. Like, I do. I think that I could be part of it. Like, if we were all kind of like equals to an extent.
But
you know
are you
I mean?
all equals? That's my only worry about it.
I don't know. I mean, in some relationships, yes. In some relationships, no. I mean, some people are together for 20 years and then add somebody else to it. So I feel like in that situation, you're kind of not an equal. How can you, that third person that's being added, how can you combat a 20-year relationship?
Yeah, you're like always catching up. And
right.
Like, they have all these inside jokes and you're just like, potato.
Right.
Just sitting there like so lost to what they're laughing about or the way their dog just farted. And like, that's so scary to me.
Right.
That's why I'm not into it, I don't think. I say I don't think because I never count anything out in life. You never know.
Right.
And I will try it 3 times every time.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I don't count anything out. Like, I'm open. I find myself to be very open-minded about everything. I am very judgmental.
Everybody is.
Lots of opinions. But I am open-minded to it. I love having debates about things. I love having educated conversations about things and, challenging myself.
I'm excited for this to get to that point where we're like debating and not arguing, but like, no, that's stupid.
Well, I don't know that that'll happen because I think that...
Because you think I'm so uneducated and I can't hold a conversation.
I mean, no, I think that we see things a lot the same way for the most part, but I think that anything, like, I think that when I start talking, you just kind of believe me.
Because you have such a confidence. I'm like, oh, he must be right.
Like, you're like...
I should drink this Kool-Aid.
Like, when I start, like, challenging your thought, you're like, you're right.
Because that was the old me. I think for myself.
Oh, okay.
I now have an opinion. No, I used to just not want to, like, not debate people. I just wanted to, like, maybe they are right, and I would never, like, think about it. But now I challenge them to a way to help them think about themselves.
Yeah.
Because we're not always right. We're always going to be stern on what we think, but we still might be wrong. There's so many people that are wrong and stand in their wrongness, and I'm like, I don't even want to bother with you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit here and smile and not say, told you so. I'm just going to smile because I knew I was right.
If it's like a total stranger, or like if it's like my boss or something like that and they're totally wrong, like, same thing. I'm just going to stand and be like, you're fucking stupid, and just think it in my head and like not say anything.
But why can't we challenge leadership in like a professional way?
I do. I
just said you didn't.
So it depends.
What?
It depends.
What does it depend on?
It depends on the circumstance.
My job.
It depends on the circumstance. If it has something to do with work and I know that I'm right, then yes. If it has something to do personally, then I'm like, I'm not telling them anything.
Well,
like,
why are you bringing personal to work anyway?
I'm just giving you an example.
I'm just challenging you.
I've never been in this circumstance that I can think of. No, I have. Like, previous jobs, like, where somebody would talk, like, politics.
Ugh.
Like, I'm not challenging you politically. Like, absolutely not. Like, you're wrong. I'm not challenging you. But, like, if it was work-related and you were wrong, I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. But that's besides the point.
I will only make a bet with someone if I know that I am right. I don't know if you knew that. I'm sure you knew that about me. I will only place a wager if I can prove that I am right.
Got it.
So just hear that, everybody. If I'm making a bet, back down.
So getting back to what we were initially talking about, if we were talking to the same people on the same app.
What? Did we just form a throuple? No, I do not want that.
No, I don't want that either. That's not what I'm saying.
I was like, no. What if they want that?
Right. Like, could you imagine? Like,
They're doing it on purpose?
let's just say, like, one of them's talking to you, and then they're like, oh, like, I like that, like, whatever. Like, what about a third? And then all of a sudden, they're like...
I'm like, hi, Andrew!
Shows you a picture of me. You're like, what the fuck?
So what do you think... So that's a funny thing. What do you think you would bring to a relationship that I don't?
Oh, we're completely different people.
Okay, exactly. So what would you bring to a polyamorous or a throuple?
Wait, what? No, it's bringing to... No, it's bringing
polygamy? I don't... Wait, what are we talking about? No, what would you bring to a relationship in general that I wouldn't?
to a regular.
Yeah.
Like if we were both dating...
Like, why would
guy,
this guy pick me over you? Vice guy. That's what I ideally get.
Okay, so it's one person.
We got there.
Not jumping into a relationship with two other people.
That's not an option.
So what would I bring differently than you would bring?
Yeah.
Well, first, sex is different because I'm a top, you're a bottom. In theory. I mean, I know.
So maybe that's
You're a
why
little bit
these
more
situations work for a lot of people. But go ahead.
Why, what?
That's why maybe people want to vary more variety and their other partner's not willing to flex. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So maybe that is...
I've actually, and I do know a couple that is this way. I also have seen lots of porn that is this way. But it's like a couple that are both tops and like they love each other and they're like what I said earlier, like it's more about the connection and the energy and whatever, and it's more about, you know, the relationship as opposed to the sexual piece. So it's two tops who invite people into their relationship that will be a bottom.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Can I get their name? Who is it?
No.
Are they cute?
But no, I mean, even in my last relationship, he would ask, like, can we invite a bottom? Because I wasn't easily going to bottom for him. You know what I mean? So, like, can we get a bottom that, like, we can both fuck kind of thing? Like,
and you did?
So the one time, no, we did, yeah.
You're like, I was gonna lie, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, we did. But
wait, is that who he cheated on you with? The bottom?
No.
Okay. No. Sorry, go ahead.
Is every episode going to get back to my ex cheating on me? Because if so, I'm done with this podcast. Like, I'm done. I'm done.
This is my whole plan to remind you every day.
Thank you.
I'm kidding.
Thank you.
I'm kidding.
But no, I mean, I think that we bring a lot of different things to the relationship. I think that picking between you and I is like apples and oranges. We're both fruity, of course.
Can I be the apple though? Because you're a little tart. You're way more tart than I am.
I'm not a lemon.
I have a hard skin, so I'll be an apple. No, that's an easy skin.
Yeah, you eat the skin of the apple. You don't of the heart.
Perfect. I'll be an apple.
What?
People can eat me.
So now we're back to the blood topic, and
No.
you want to get back to the Jeffrey Dahmer topic. Got it.
I'm just always circling to make you feel like shit. I'm like a shark in a pool waiting to make you feel like shit. No.
Anyway.
But we would totally bring totally different things.
Yeah.
I think I'm a better partner than you, though.
In what aspect?
I don't know. I just feel I just have that feeling that I'm a better partner than you.
I think that you...
You were incredible in the beginning, but you tapered off a little bit.
No.
Got it. You must be right. I believe you now.
I think that you're definitely more like you'll do something for your partner more so than I. Like, you're the type of person that was like, go out above and beyond, go out of your way to like do something for your partner.
You should. They should feel like a king.
No, I agree. I mean, like, if my partner asks me for something, I'm doing it.
Why do they have to ask?
that's my point. It's like I'll just like in our relationship, maybe I would just mention something, and then 2 weeks later it was done. Like you just did it. Like I didn't ask you for it, you just did it. So in that aspect,
I'm incredible.
But I don't know. I mean, I think that it comes back to like love languages and stuff too. It's like, how do you accept love? How do you give love? Like you're more of you'll do acts of service, where I'm not an acts of service guy. I'm more of a gift guy. So I'll buy you things. I'm not doing things for you.
But I think you're only like that because of me, and you thought that that's what I always wanted.
I think that there's some truth to that. Yeah.
I think I've created this gift monster within you.
I think to a certain
extent. So you
extent.
could be lazy and not do other things. You just buy us gifts, and you're like, here's a gift. I'm not cleaning the house, idiot.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, that's a perfect example. You're like, oh, you don't help around the house, so I bought a maid.
That's not the answer. That is not the answer. Just empty the fucking dishwasher.
No, I don't like emptying the dishwasher. I'll fill
or
the
loading it.
No, I'll fill it.
But
But I won't fill it if it's full.
I know. I fucking know.
I like vacuuming.
We should do. Yeah, because you have a Roomba.
I don't have a Roomba. You have the Roomba.
I have all of them with no batteries. No, you should. No, not you should. We should definitely do an episode on love languages too.
Okay.
We'll backtrack to that. We'll write all this down.
But yeah, I mean, I think that like from a acts of service standpoint, you're more of that. You're actually more of a like words of affirmation too. Like you'll be like, oh, like you look good today. Like, oh, like, you know, that's handsome. Like, oh, I like those shoes. Like whatever. Like I'm just like,
you're like potato, just like walking around with building sex scenes in your head.
I'll buy you gifts and I'll spend lots of time with you.
That's all I want is quality time now, though.
Quality time is like totally my love language.
Yes.
Like 100%.
Quality time, and I like words of affirmation. Tell me I'm pretty.
Quality time for sure, and physical.
So it's funny that we both say this. I'm curious to see what we end up with when we do it.
Have you ever done the attachment styles? We should do that as well.
Attachment styles? Write that down. Alexa, write that down. No. Isn't there another thing like the
ED?
ED? I was like HMQP. What is that called?
LGBTQ.
No, not hierarchy.
I don't know what it is.
Archetype? Is that what that one is?
I don't know. But I've done it a couple times and I can't ever remember it, and it always
mine just always tell me that I'm perfect.
Absolutely not. So this one, it's like I and E is how it starts. Like it's introverted or extroverted. Like that's the first thing. But
introverted, you are, right?
Oh, I'm totally.
Sure. I'm an extrovert, I guess. But sometimes I just don't think that I am. People annoy me so much that I just want to hide from them. So I think I'm becoming an introvert.
Maybe. I mean, I'm becoming more extroverted for sure. But like, I'm still not. Like, if I go out, like, I literally need to like lock myself in my bedroom for like 3 days straight afterward. Like,
or get drunk before you go out.
Well, yes, that's the only way that I'm extroverted is if I've had some liquor in my system.
You've always been like that, though.
Well, yeah.
Or you're laying on the couch ignoring everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what else? Any final advice? Tie it together. Let's think. No?
I don't know. I don't know what my advice would be. Like, I don't think that there was like, we had a lot of topics. Like we had a main topic point, but I don't know what my advice would be
because you don't remember the topic.
No. We started with are we talking to the same person? Is there anybody that we're both talking to?
So my advice is no. We definitely are talking to at least 2 of the same people.
We have.
For sure.
We have.
We will find out. Because we should also go through each other's dating profile.
Yeah.
And give each other advice.
Yeah.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so since we covered nothing, yet everything, I think we have no final advice.
My advice is honest with your friends on whether or not you're dating the same person.
And be open to a throuple if that's what each other want.
I mean, I think challenge your mindset. That would be my piece of advice, actually, for today's episode. I would say challenge your mindset. If you're thinking straight and narrow, and you're thinking one specific thing, like open your mind to something. Challenge your mindset. Just because the society has told us one thing, that is the norm and that's what we need to do, doesn't mean that that's what you have to do.
Like, so my piece of advice would be sleep with your friend's husband. No, I'm kidding. Girls, if your friend's husbands are winking at you, let her know. And then sleep with them after they break up. We're not getting into this.
No, I want to know. Have you ever slept with a friend's?
Bye, guys. See you next Tuesday.
No. Have you ever slept with somebody that you know? It doesn't have to be a friend. Somebody that you know, their significant other.
I don't think so. I
Really?
really don't. I really don't.
Really? I have.
All right, guys. See you next Tuesday.
See ya.